So after USC, I studied journalism at SC, class of '82, and dabbled in different jobs. But that was my first occupational love was journalism, broadcast journalism. At the urging of a professor, I was thinking about going into print, and some of the print guys were old, crusty dudes, with a pile of cigarettes in an ashtray, and
so listen here, see, this is what we're going to do,
and a fedora, literally.
Yeah.
Newspapers are kind of dying on the vine, and I had a professor say, "Yeah, look into broadcast journalism." So I did, and here I am.
Did they talk like the old baseball announcers? They called him Old Curly up on the mound here at the top of the ninth.
Now, just to give you warning, I know personally one of Ron's heroes is Vin Scully. And so that is one of those long time, the Dodgers announcer for what,
67 years?
Yeah, 67 years. So yeah, them there might be fighting words, boy. It's a good thing you're in Utah.
No, I interned at a couple newspapers just to get a feel for it. And I mean, these guys were just great writers.
Yeah.
But those days are long gone, and I went into broadcast journalism, and I dabbled. I worked at a Christian radio station in Long Beach, California. That was my first gig. I mean, I did college radio, and played album cuts, so I could, I did overnights because I had night classes, and so if I could write when I could write papers and I could, study, I just. And we were just broadcasting into the dorms, into the fraternity houses. So I put on an album, there's Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon. And then I go to write in my paper. And I think, uh-oh.
Yeah.
It hit the label.
I was going to say, when it starts to bounce.
Yeah. Like in the old days of vinyl.
Yeah.
But eventually, my career led me to Colorado. My first job was at a little AM station, daytime station, in Vail. And I need to go back. My first that Christian station was a friend of mine, and from my church. And I did overnights. I got to change the tapes, which I thought, this is cool. I get to be around the equipment, And so they'd have various Bible teachers, preachers recorded on these big reel to reel. And so I had to change the tapes to make sure, when you get the cue, you hear a cue, you have to go up to the next reel to reel and push the button so it continues and there's no lapse.
Sure.
And then once in a while I get to break in and do the weather live, which was kind of cool.
Yeah.
But, do you have like a moment that you remember, maybe like listening to a radio station or something and being like, I want to do that. Or was it just kind of like always been a fascination for you? I'm just curious how you get in there. We're talking about what our relationship to the news should be. And, I, for one, am more in the camp of just like, ugh, right? I feel like a lot of people are just kind of over it. So I'm just curious why you fell in love with it.
Well, growing up in Southern California, it was all about the radio. Everybody had their cars tuned to 93 KHJ, Boss Radio.
Yeah.
Or for news, it was KABC or KMPC for sports.
You had some major characters,
Oh yeah,
Wolfman
Jack, Dr. Demento, who discovered Weird Al. He was on the rock stations were KLOS and KMET. I mean, radio was so powerful in Los Angeles.
So in comparison, in my day, that was like video VJs on MTV.
Yeah,
they became these huge celebrities because they were the ones that would introduce the new videos that were coming out or whatever. Video killed the radio star. But yeah, so in Logan's generation, it's probably podcasters or Mr. Beast or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
Mr. Beast,
YouTubers.